I hope you're having an awesome day. It's Mark Wiens. I'm in the beautiful city of Zurich, Switzerland, and I only have one full day here, so I'm gonna do my best to make it count, to make the most of this day. We're gonna go on an ultimate Swiss food tour of Zurich, eat some of the most iconic Swiss dishes, and also see some of the most famous sites right in Old Town Zurich, and I can't wait to share this day with you. But before we do anything, I need to start the day off right. I ordered up a Doppio Macchiato to start the day and just enjoying this beautiful old town in Zurich right now. Breakfast in Switzerland is usually a light meal. You've got to have coffee and then usually some kind of pastry, maybe a croissant. They were actually finished with croissants at this restaurant, so we just got some slices of bread and jam for breakfast, and I'm mostly gonna save myself for bigger and cheesier things coming up later today. Oh, that is an incredibly good macchiato. Oh wow, that's amazing. Okay. Oh, you can count on the bread to be good. Really nice and crusty on that edge, and then the inside is like that slight gooiness. For my next bite, Ying said I needed to try the butter. She said the butter is really, really good. All right. Oh yeah. That is some really good butter. Really, really creamy. And one of the things that you're gonna love about being in Zurich, about being in Switzerland, is the fresh water you can get all over. All of the fountains have water drinking spigots that you can just fill your bottle up and drink from. Oh, thank you, Ying. And you have got fresh, cool Swiss water. Tastes really good. And it's nice and cold too. There's a huge terrace up here, and it's a park, but you can get a great view of Zurich, of the city, of the river. You can just relax in this park, you can have a seat, you can enjoy the fresh air, and you've got a pretty good view. You can see the mountains in the background, and you can see some of the major attractions, some of the major landmarks of Zurich, and this just gives you a good glimpse, you get your bearings of Zurich when you're up here. We walked back across the river and we're almost to the restaurant where we're gonna have lunch. I think we might be here kind of early, right as they open. I'm not even sure if they're open here, but I wanted to make sure that we get a table here for lunch, because this is one Swiss food you don't want to miss when you come to Switzerland. This restaurant is famous for fondue, and I want to say a big thank you to Marcel for recommending this place. Fondue, yeah, the traditional fondue one. And also, I think one of the... Switzerland is, of course, a cheese lover's paradise. If you love cheese, you have to come to Switzerland. And so I ordered 2 different cheese dishes.
Danke. This is fondue.
Thank you. Oh, this is for the raclette?
Yes.
Ah, the raclette.
Okay, you know with raclette?
Not really.
Okay.
No.
Or mushroom.
You can grill it?
Or with this, or tomato and cheese melts. And with this special over potato.
Right in the center is the fondue, cheese fondue, and then over here on this side, this is the raclette, the traditional fondue. There's 4 different types of cheese in there. There's white wine, there's a type of liquor in there, and then garlic. And that is just starting to slow bubble around. That is just beautiful. You can see how oozy that is. There's a lot of tradition and etiquette involved in eating fondue, and I'm not sure if I know all the rules, but I will do my best. The bread is used for not only dipping in the cheese, but for also mixing the cheese and keeping the cheese mixed with the wine, and oh, that's submerged. Oh, it's so soft. And some people dip in a figure 8. Oh, by the way, that's 200 grams of cheese. And so the dipping also works to keep it stirred and keep it fresh, and also to submerge your piece of bread. And then you get oh, look at that cheese. And then you twirl and revolve until it stops dripping. Once it stops dripping, you're supposed to put it onto your plate and then eat it with your fork. Wow. Oh, that is amazing. Oh, that blend of cheese is insane. It's a little bit salty. You can taste the garlic in there. You can taste the essence of the white wine. And then that's just, the cheese is really creamy, really smooth, and it doesn't have a very, very strong cheese flavor, but it's like a perfect blend. Wow, that's really, really good. Cut this in half, and same process. Go into the cheese. And actually for this bite, let me twirl this around. Stick this onto my plate. She gave us two different seasonings. One is pepper and paprika. Paprika and pepper? Or is this like, wait, what is this one? I'm not sure. And then there's also pepper. There's also black pepper. So you can season. I'm gonna add some of this. Whoa, okay. And then add some paprika. And then add on some black pepper as well. And actually, I'll put some pepper onto my plate for later. You can additionally, I think you can sprinkle some directly into your cheese if everyone in your party is happy about that. I've got the trio of spices going on though. Oh, wonderful! That cheese just kind of mops everything up. Oh, look at all that pepper. That's like a paprika crust on that potato. Oh, that is marvelous. And that's a good potato too. But the cheese is insane. And also I forgot to mention that the bread is traditionally supposed to be day-old bread so that it's kind of crusty and kind of old bread. And actually fondue started as a dish of leftovers. So like leftover cheese scraps were boiled into meltedness, and then leftover bread was used to dip into it. So it's actually a traditional leftover dish, but it's absolutely an awesome combination. Perfect ooziness. Once you dip and revolve, then I have sprinkled a bunch of pepper and paprika onto my plate. And the cheese just works to perfectly create a crust of pepper and paprika. Look at that. Oh yes. And yeah, I think it's not traditional to eat right off the fork, but it is very convenient. Wow. The pepper and paprika really gives it the extra edge of flavor. This is the raclette cheese. Stick it onto the tray. We're gonna melt this until it's melted goodness. Let this sit here, and then you can take all these little ingredients. I got it with ham. There's ham. There is shallots. Oh, she said we could add a shallot on. Hold on, I'm gonna grab my cheese real fast. I think these are shallots. I think stick this into the melted cheese. I think that's a fantastic idea. Oh, and I might add some pepper to mine as well. Hold on, real fast. Add some pepper. All right. Stick this into the tray to bubble away. And then I'm gonna stick on a piece of ham. So this top tray is hot too, and you can just sizzle whatever you want. I think we're good to go on this raclette. Oh, look at that. Again, just melted goodness. Scrape it out onto the plate. Oh, that is cheese dreams right there. I'm gonna go in with the ham into the cheese. I'm not totally sure how to eat this, but I think I want it all in one bite with that shallot. Oh yeah, this is gonna be hot. Oh. That is just the absolute perfect melted cheese that you could possibly have in your mouth. It's so oozy, but then at the same time, when you cook it in that little pan, it has that little edge of caramelized cheese layer, and then I loved it with the pepper and then the shallot. And for this one, I have cut up a potato and I'm gonna stick it onto the potato. Oh, it just slides. Oh, just cheese sliding. Oh, wonderful. Okay, and for this bite, I will give it a little bit of a rest before I want that mushroom in this bite as well. Oh yeah. Actually, it's still pretty hot. Oh, with that paprika, it's awesome. And we're getting down to the very bottom of the fondue. There's starting to be a golden crust on the bottom there. And there's some oil and juices, cheese juices. But I'm not letting any of this cheese go to waste here. Oh, it's such good cheese. And on my plate, I have black pepper, and I think this is a type of, I think it's nutmeg. It tastes kind of like nutmeg. It has a little bit of a, okay. Crunchy cheese. That was a lot of cheese. And this is just like completely crispified crust of cheese. Actually, I think you just got to go in with your fingers on this. Look at that's an entire cheese chip. Oh, wow. Yep. That is caramelized cheese. It's crispy. It's so rich. This is my dessert for this meal. Fondue is a Swiss dish that's very popular in the cold winter months because it keeps you very warm with all that fat. It happens to be right in the middle of the summer now though, but I'm not regretting at all having fondue, but I am feeling kind of warm digesting all that fatty, wonderful cheese. Fondue is it's not one of those dishes that makes you really full apart from the richness of it, but it is a very social dish and it's fun to eat. It adds not only the delicious cheese but also the element of cooking yourself, and it's fun to eat. That is exactly what I need after 300 grams of melted cheese. One of the best things to do when you're in Zurich is just to walk around and explore the old town streets. They're so nice to walk around. The architecture is beautiful. There are little shops and cafes and restaurants all over. When you see the skyline of Zurich, this is one of the most recognized churches that you will see. And it was originally commissioned by Charlemagne and built sometime in the 1100s or 1200s. It is a Romanesque style Protestant church. You can enter the church, but they don't allow any photos inside, but then you can pay then you can pay a small fee and go up to the top of the tower. It's pretty tight spiral staircase. It's awesome though.
There's someone coming out, Mom.
Oh. Well, I can't turn around.
No, I mean just like go up against the wall.
I'll squeeze.
I think I'm.
Okay.
Have less.
Thank you. Okay, made it to the top. Or to the platform section, and now up another stairs. It keeps on going, it's pretty tall. Yeah, I can say with certainty that I'm feeling all that cheese right now. Oh, the views are awesome. Just that beautiful architecture of Zurich. That was really well worth visiting to the top. The views are amazing. It's been almost an hour since I had last lunch with all that cheese. I think it's time for lunch number 2. And we're heading over more towards Lake Zurich. There's a real legendary restaurant that serves classic Swiss food, and that's where we're gonna have our next meal. Hello.
Hello.
Are you open now?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, open all day.
Okay, thank you. It really has some character, some heritage to this restaurant, and the menu is not huge, but they have a list of very classic Swiss dishes on their menu, and I'm going straight in for the most classic of all Swiss dishes. Wow, this restaurant is extremely fancy. I have to be honest and tell you that I didn't know this restaurant was going to be so fancy and so expensive. Ying and her sister are already full from last meal, so just ordered one of the main dishes. I got a starter, one of the classic main dishes that I had to try, and they also got a dessert. This is a a very, very expensive restaurant. But I guess I'm only in Zurich for one day, gotta make the most of it. For dessert, Ying wanted to get the chocolate mousse, so we ordered an order of chocolate mousse, and it comes in this big bowl, but then she scoops it onto the plate, little scoops, and then whips up the cream and sticks it on top. It's absolutely beautiful. I gotta taste Ying's chocolate mousse real fast. It just looks absolutely spongy. Oh, that texture. Look at the airiness of that. Wow, creamy and fluffy at the same time, and like it's like foam, but it's like dense. It's not like an airy foam. It's really wow, it's extremely delicate. Thank you very much. Can you tell me the name of this dish one more time?
In the official
yeah,
one,
the official name.
Zürich.
Zürich.
So this means Zürich,
Zürich.
the name of the city. But in Swiss German it's not Zürich, you know Zürich.
Okay.
Schnatzlets.
Zürich Schnatzlets. Okay.
Schnatzlets mean sliced.
Zürich Schnatzlets.
Así es.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This is one of the must-eat dishes when you are in Switzerland, and it is a combination of, it's a veal stew, which is reduced down with white wine, and there's cream in there, and then slices of veal, and then it's served along with rosti, which is they're little strips of potato which are then fried. It has that golden crust. It's kind of similar to hash browns, but in a very high quality kind of way. Oh, that veal is so tender. And those potatoes are like crispy in the perfect kind of way. That caramelized crispy. Then that stew, it's really rich and creamy. Oh, that's exquisite. Some pepper here. Okay, that should be good. And then, yeah, even the potatoes are really good. This is one of the classic Swiss side dishes, and it's delicious. This is another classic Swiss dish. It's veal sausage made into a salad sliced thin, and that's just a bouquet of sliced sausage. There's some onions on top, and then it's in a dressing. I can taste the mustard in that sauce, and then it's sort of lemony, I think. The quality, it's really good. The best thing about this is I still have more in the pot, which I'm very happy about. Oh.
You want to have a second?
Yes,
Can
please.
I bring a new plate and I'll make it hot for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, this is.
Another thing that I forgot to mention to you is that even the plate is warmed before you eat, so everything is taken into consideration here. It's very, very proper, it's very plush, but that food is awesome. Okay, I'm gonna hit that with some pepper. Freshly ground black pepper is one of the joys of life. And that combination, when you get that ratio, I'm liking the 50-50 ratio of potatoes to veal and sauce. That is about perfect. That is such high quality. That is so incredibly tender veal. And then at the very end of your meal, they give you a little basket of cigar-sized wafers and chocolate. Very lightly sweet, have a vanilla taste. Okay, try the chocolate next. And of course, Switzerland is world-renowned for their chocolate. With the crown. Oh, this is the crown from the emblem from the restaurant. Oh, there's some kind of cream on the inside. Okay, wow. Wow, that quality. And that's gonna be my final bite. I'm just gonna let that rest on my tongue. I gotta tell you this crazy coincidence. Our bill came out to be the exact amount as last restaurant, 126. There's no doubt that that was a splurge of a meal, but if you eat here when you're in Zurich, they definitely will take care of you. The one thing that I wish had been a little bit different is that I wish they would have given slightly larger portions. The portions were okay size, but I could have eaten a lot more. But it was really good quality, really elegant, really top-notch, really high-end, really delicate food, and that was a really awesome high-end Swiss dining experience, and yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. We're taking a walk across the bridge again. This is Lake Zurich to my left-hand side. It's really a beautiful place just to take walks. You can walk around, there are parks, there are walkways, you can rent a boat, and you can see some boats out there where people are paddling and relaxing. But just the natural beauty and how it's amazing how clean and how clear it is right in this alpine lake. I wasn't really planning on swimming today, but the water is just so beautiful and so it looks so tempting that it's actually irresistible. Oh, Micah wants to feel oh, Micah's ready. Oh wow, it's pretty cold when you get all the way in, but it's so refreshing. This feels awesome. Ah, my first swim in Lake Zurich. I feel like a new man after that swim. Oh, it was so refreshing. Walking through the peaceful old town cobblestone streets of Zurich, and on our way now to go have dinner.
Hey, hello. A bit shocked. I ran into him, and yeah, I hope he enjoys Switzerland. And yeah, so many things to do here. Have fun.
Cool. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
One more beautiful bridge to cross in Zurich, and I think this is the Love Bridge because there's so many locked locks here. And conveniently located right across the bridge should be where we're having dinner. It looks like it's gonna rain. It's getting dark and cloudy, but this is gonna be the final restaurant on this Swiss food tour of Zurich.
Cordon Bleu, the salad is for one side order.
Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much. It's raining outside. This is the perfect time to be hanging out here and eating again. And I ordered 2 classic Swiss dishes. This is gonna wrap it up. This is gonna finish off this Zurich Swiss food tour in Zurich. This is their specialty at this restaurant, which is the Jumbo Cordon Bleu. And it is a pork cutlet, which is stuffed with, I'm sure it's stuffed with a lot of cheese and I think ham. And then you can see that it's breaded and like puffy and just completely crispy. Oh wow. Okay, should we first, I think we should first cut it right in the center so we can see what oozes out of here. And it's pork and, oh yes. Okay, there's not like a lot of oozy melting cheese coming out of it, but probably if you squeeze, oh yes, there it flows. Oh, there it comes out. Oh, and there's layers of ham. Oh, it's just stuffed. Okay. Oh, wonderful. I have to begin with this. And I have to scoop up all of that, mop up all of that cheese that I just squeezed out. Oh yeah. Oh, that's awesome. The breadcrumb crust, it's almost like a crispy skin. And then the pork is very thin, and then the cheese is sort of mild but really creamy. And this is also a pretty significant sized sausage. This is a veal sausage. Mop up some of that onion gravy. Like almost a little bit of a cardamom kind of flavor, and a kind of an herb flavor as well. That is very plump and very juicy. And the texture is very, very fine, very smooth. Grab this wedge of lemon here. Squeeze her on. All right, and go in for my next bite here. Oh, that cheese. That cheese just remains runny. And they're like, how many layers are in here? You've got the crust, you've got 2 layers of pork because it's stuffed, and 2 layers of ham, and then just packed full of cheese. That is extremely rich. And then salad to complete the whole meal. This is another hearty meal in Switzerland. Mission accomplished. Just finished with that. That was pretty good size. That was definitely the best value, largest portion size so far today. And that was actually really good. I can't say I've had Cordon Bleu very often in my life. I've only had a couple times. That is definitely the best one I've had, the best quality I've had as well. This day has absolutely flown by, and we've come to the end of the day. So that completes this Swiss food tour in Zurich. When you come to Zurich, it is a little bit of a price shock. Restaurants are really, let's just say that it's not a budget or a cheap destination by any stretch of the imagination. But you really come here for the beauty and the peace and the quiet. I want to say a big thank you to you for watching this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And also, if you're not already subscribed, click subscribe now. Also, I will leave all the details in the description box below, all the information about the restaurants I ate at and the prices and everything below. And thanks again for watching. Goodbye from Zurich, Switzerland, and I'll see you on the next video.